8 years of a visual journey, 8 minutes of a visual journey, curated by Phanindra Adapala, a recipient of the Dada Saheb Phalke Award, my friend, colleague, and above all, a true supporter of Touch Life Foundation. This documentary highlights the pertinent need for the work we do, the stories of the lives we've touched, and the unwavering commitment that drives us forward. So, as you watch, I hope you're inspired by the remarkable progress we've made and the limitless potential that lies ahead. So, for the next 8 minutes, the lights are going to be dimmed. Some of our volunteers are going to help us do that, alright? So, I request you to refrain from moving around a lot if you can, and some of our volunteers can also help ensure that we all have a good time. So, just sit back, relax, and brace yourselves. So, are we ready? Yeah? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves. Please join me in viewing the Touch a Life Foundation.
ఎందుకంటే ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి ఒక లైఫ్లో ఒక డ్రీమ్ అని ఉంటుంది. నాకు అడ్వకేట్ అవ్వాలని చాలా ఇష్టము.
Only lawyerకి books are so expensive. She said, I am studying from the PDFs on my phone, and she has a very small, tiny phone.
She came and she lost her father during COVID. Her brother is working as a laborer and mother was a housewife, and when we went to her home and she told us she wants to become a lawyer, and law study is not very easy. She was so bright, and we selected her. We continued to support her with her books and with the fees we were paying. We connected her to some mentor who himself is a known lawyer in town, and one day she suddenly sent a message that I lost my mother.
And only one line Vibhuti said, that मैं राधिका का हाथ कभी नहीं छोड़ूं.
She has developed 3 impressive sensors. Her dedication and ingenuity are truly inspiring.
My name is Pushpa. I am currently pursuing my polytechnic in Tripoli at GPT Milestone. My father drives an auto to support our family. It was a touch. It was a Engineering was my passion, and I have learned from my father a lot. My life took a positive turn when I met a few volunteers from Touch a Life Foundation. They have introduced me to Reena Ma'am and Vibhuti Ma'am. A big thanks for Reena Ma'am and Vibhuti Ma'am. They have convinced my parents for BTech, and my engineering was my passion. I used to research, and I have created a project that I have worked on the project accidental alert tracking system.
In my academics, I have 3 siblings, 2 sisters and a brother. My elder sister got married early due to she couldn't complete her education due to financial problems. My father is the only one who earns in the family. He's a daily wage labor. He does a lot of hard work for us. In my family, girls are not educated much. But in this situation, my parents are giving me whole freedom to achieve my dreams. I got to know about Touch a Life Foundation. There I met Vibhuti Ma'am and Reena Ma'am. Their words touched my heart. I got inspired by them, and I started working hard for my future. I got a hope through Touch a Life Foundation. Thank you, Touch a Life Foundation, especially Vibhuti Ma'am and Reena Ma'am for supporting and encouraging me. Thank you so much.
I would like to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I am very emotional today because it was a long journey for me, and you all are here just not for me and Reena, you are here for the girls' education, because you all believe that girls who are educated will create a community, will help their family and environment. So coming back to your question, 10 years is just, for me, something very emotional. I still remember the first day when I entered in one of the shelter home and saw the smiles on little girls and how it touched my heart. I came from a very small town, Mandla from Madhya Pradesh, and I lost my father at very young age. And I had dreams, but I did not have any mentorship. I did not have any roots like any Touch a Life Foundation who could come and fulfill my dreams. There was no path to my dream, but there was only one person who inspired me those days, who pushed me hard towards my dream, and she stood by me. I'm very, very emotional. That person, first time, my mother is here. Ladies and gentlemen, she was there for me. She stood by me. She went against the family to say that I want to educate my daughter. I want to see her someone. I'm standing here because of her. She supported me in all ups and downs. So, Mummy, thank you so much. Working in a hotel industry with just 20,000 salary a month. Now I'm owning a company and running it all, leasing with all the corporate. I didn't even know how to speak in English. It was just belief from my mother in me what I am here today. And that's what hit me so hard. I still remember, मेरी मम्मी ने मुझे कहा था कि जब मेरे father, when I lost my father, कि आज मेरे पापा ने अगर मुझे पढ़ाया होता तो मैं बाहर जाके या तो टीचर का जॉब करती या कुछ करती और तुम्हें पढ़ाती. That one line hit me so hard at very young age. What is the importance of education? And that day I decided, my mother has empowered my life. I'll make sure that I empowered many lives. That's why we started Touch a Life Foundation. And I am so blessed when Reena joined hands with me. We had a vision. We were just doing a small activities in a different shelter home, and proceeding further, we wanted to target more strategized NGO. Then we started a project summer camp. Then we started a dream. Every time we were forming a new project, we have something that this is not giving a fulfill. What happens after summer camp? What happened after the dream project? They should have an enabled career. They should become something in life. That's how we launched our project Virya, because I know there are many girls who are living in a different area, losing their parents, and they have a strong dreams, but there is no root to those dreams. That's why we formed Touch a Life Foundation with Virya project. Thank you.
Is showing your support towards us. So a heartfelt thank you from Vibhuti and I and from the team of Touch a Life Foundation for taking out time here and sitting here and supporting our vision. Thank you so much, everyone. So, Suman, coming back to your question, I got married at a very early age. I'm from the generation where career was never a priority, marriage was. But still, I was extremely happy homemaker with 2 children. My parents right there, a super proud feeling and happy feeling for me. My mom and my father is there, and they gave me the right education. And when I got married and I was happy with 2 children, one fine day I was inside the kitchen and my mother-in-law came to me that I don't want the world to know you through my son's name. Have your own identity. Move out. Have a career. So thank you to my mother-in-law. Oh, she's already excited and standing up. So she told me, see my biggest cheerleader. So she told me that you should have your own career. She asked me to pursue yoga. And my husband is making faces, so I will compliment him also. But jokes apart, he is a pillar there for me always. There have been times he was taking care of children and I was taking yoga classes. So I am supported by such supporting family members around, blessed with parents, in-laws and husband. And because of them, I am able to achieve whatever Suman said or whatever adjective Suman is saying is all because of my parents, my mother-in-law and my husband. So thank you so much. And that day I realized, that was the realization coming back to Suman's question, that the right education, opportunity, resources and motivation, if a woman gets, she can achieve anything in life before marriage or after marriage. And that was the seed for Touch a Life Foundation. And that is how I met my best friend. And sorry, Tejas, my husband, she is my soulmate. I very proudly say that. Because of her, she held my hand and took me into a mission where we are changing and touching lives in a very small way, but it is giving us a lot of fulfillment. So I am grateful to her forever. So thank you so much everyone, and Touch a Life is celebrating 10 years today, and we are very proud of these wonderful 75 girls here. And just like how proudly I talk about my daughter, every 75 girls here achieve more than 80%, and they are getting numerous certificates in extracurricular activities. So girls, I'm super proud of you all. Keep inspiring.
For you, they were hoping to have someone. And second, once we built this, the second challenge was the fund. Of course, any business, any charity cannot run without a fund. So initially, we were very hesitant to ask.
First of all, thank you, Vibhuti, thank you, Reena, for having me here. Good evening, Rahman Saab. Good evening, Srinivas Garu, Yuvraj Garu, Lakshmi Garu, and of course, all the young girls, the donors. I think the parents disappeared. The mother-in-law, mother disappeared, but so glad to be here. So let me start with asking the young girls a question. I'm taking a cue from Lakshmi Garu. How's the Josh today? Can't hear you at all. How's the Josh today? Okay, one last time. How's the Josh today? Okay. So first of all, congratulations Vibhuti and Reena for the journey of 10 years. I mean, as you know, T-Hub, I happen to be the CEO. I also have an alternate title, which is Chief Events Officer. Right? So we have so many events happening in T-Hub, but I want to tell you today that this event which you put together is one of the few which has really touched my heart. So truly inspirational, truly heartwarming, and when you talked about your backgrounds and how you built this, and truly amazing. So keep up the great work, and congratulations to all the young girls who benefited from the awesome work which you are doing. So I'm happy to be in a family of 4. So obviously my better half Karuna and 2 daughters, and I know how I'm outnumbered in a sense, right? So 3:1, and I know they've obviously my daughters have had the power of privilege, they've had access to education, etc. But I do know one thing. There's one thing which I keep talking about all the time. It is the power of education. Okay? Education has the power to transform lives. And what you are doing is a living testament to the fact that you are making a difference. Okay. Empowering, not just financially. I think, Reena, when you spoke about government scholarships and how you are doing differently, one part of it is supporting them from an economic perspective. But the other work which you do, working as coach, advisor, mentor, guide, right, and helping them shape their lives, lending them a ear, lending them your shoulder, that is amazing. Right? And that's something which I'm sure all the young girls here will benefit. It was so inspiring to meet the lawyer, the girl who got 99%. Where is she? Sanya. She's sitting right at the back. And then of course also the girl who's built those sensors. So truly amazing stories. and I'm really, I feel very happy for you to have this event here. So I just thought I'll share a few closing thoughts with the young girls in terms of, I happen to do was part of a podcast this morning, okay, with a college in Delhi, and I was asked to speak about entrepreneurship. So when I was putting my thoughts together, it's a 1-hour podcast, so obviously I had to put down a few talking points. So I took the liberty of bringing some of those points here, which I want to talk about. So the first one, I think, is for the girls. Right? First thing is believe in yourself and your abilities. Very important. You have the potential to change, to make a difference, and as Lakshmi Garu said, it's not about becoming a doctor, an IAS officer, or a pilot, etc. But it is about impacting the lives of those around you. Right? All of us here have a responsibility and an opportunity to make enrich the lives of the community we are part of, and make life things better than us. So you are just not yourself. You are actually becoming a role model and inspiration for others. Right? So that's the first thing I want to tell you. The second is, I think, about the power of dreams. Okay. I think it's been said many times, the future belongs to those who believe in the power of their dreams. Right? So dream big, have the courage to pursue your passions. Okay. And of course, dreams will remain only, as they say, co-op. But you need hard work, you need persistence, you need an ecosystem to support you, which you have, right? And so just keep, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. When I was listening to all the stories here, I think it's about, one is intent and second is execution, right? So if you can combine intent and execution, and you have an ecosystem to support you, there is no limit to what you can do. I mean, just take an example. I'm going to ask the girls a question. Name the President of India. Can't hear you. Okay. All of you know of her story. Okay. Came from a very poor family, humble family, from a remote location in Orissa. Was a teacher and has now attained the office of the highest office in India. Right.